أكثر من أي شيء آخر. يلا هلا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. تتذكرون أنه كنا بادين بالinfectious disease. Supposed to give you example of infectious disease. وقتها قلت لكم اللي كان حاضر. Okay. قلنا راح ناخذ hepatitis, brucellosis and also anthrax. Anthrax maybe إذا صار عندنا وقت راح نطير، إذا ما صار راح نبقى على دول الاثنين. بالنسبة إلي أنا أحكي على محاضرات. طيب خلينا hepatitis. أكيد it's very important. Okay. ده تشوفوها ولا لا؟ ما تشوفوها؟ مو قال لي إذا نعمل فول سكرين. والله خلي أعمل فول سكرين. وين الدوتا شو مالتها؟ شوفنا وين الدوتا شو؟ خلينا نشوف لأنه اللي أونلاين ما يشوفوها. هلا تشوفون؟ Is it clear for you؟ أوكي بليز تعالوا لقدام حتى تشوفون، مش علشان شيء بس حتى تشوفون. أوكي. Today we are going to discuss viral hepatitis. Okay. As you know, viral hepatitis is infection of liver, of course, caused by so many viruses. So the mainly we know it hepatitis A, B, C, D, E, G. كان اكو F والF ما بعرف قاموا حولوها على C. Previously we don't have this name A, B, C, D, okay, and G. Previously we have only hepatitis A and hepatitis B. The other we call it non-A, non-B. This is more than 30 years ago. But later on, day by day, they are discovered new and new. Okay. Now we have A, B, C, D, E, and G. These are causing viral hepatitis. In addition to those, there is another viruses, cytomegaloviruses, Epstein-Barr viruses, yellow fever, rubella, and all these will causing hepatitis, but the main is those. Now, what we are just going to discuss is A, B, C, D, and G. All of them, inshallah. Now, hepatitis A. Hepatitis A, it is acute infection, of course, caused by hepatitis A virus, definitely. Okay, this disease is benign. It is a benign disease, and it recovers completely within a few weeks without any complication. Without treatment, it will recover. Previously, this disease was known as epidemic jaundice, or they call it infectious jaundice. Jaundice, there is no name for it. Infectious jaundice or epidemic jaundice. It is having non-specific symptoms, fever, malaise, weakness, and so on. In addition to the dark urine, and jaundice may or may not appear all the time. Mostly it is subclinical or asymptomatic. That's why we say jaundice is not always clear. It is subclinical or asymptomatic cases, particularly among children. Among children, we will see the importance of this point. As we said, it is a benign recovery within several weeks, even without treatment. Mortality rate, it's very, very low. It is less than 0.1%. But this will increase with the age. We will discuss it. Okay. So mortality rate is very, very low. Okay. The death occurs as a result of acute liver failure. It occurs mostly in old age, in old adult. هاي الأرقام وتجد تسألوني. Yes, it is important to know it. Okay. Now, hepatitis A, it is endemic all over the world. All the country, over the world, having hepatitis A, but with the different prevalence, variation in the prevalence from one country to the other. The exact incidence of the disease is difficult to be estimated. Why? Because of asymptomatic cases. That's why WHO said it is difficult to estimate it because of a high proportion of asymptomatic cases, particularly among children. However, WHO estimated that at least 1.4 million cases occurs each year. Annually, it means each year, all over the world, I mean. Okay? This is important, you should note. In another word, 10 to 50% per 100,000. تذكرون الريت نضربها بال100,000 بال100 per 100,000 10 to 50 cases each year. Okay, it will occur. We said it is endemic all over the world with a different variation in the prevalence. For that reason, practically we divided the world into 3 areas of endemicity. High endemic or high endemicity, intermediate endemicity, and low endemicity. Let us see how these 3 areas differ from each other. Now coming to the high endemicity or high level of hepatitis A infection. It is occurred in developing country. It's occurred in developing country. Why? Because of the poor hygiene and low sanitation. It is related. So hepatitis A transmission favored by the poor sanitation and poor hygiene and bad sanitation. And it is occurred among those early children or during early childhood. So they will be, just now we said mostly it is asymptomatic among children, so they will be infected without sign and symptom. Mostly occur in developing countries, first of all, among children, early childhood, and it occurs as asymptomatic as long as in early children and asymptomatic. In another word, epidemic are uncommon. Why? Why uncommon? Because when they infected during their early children, they will get immunity. So in this case, the herd immunity will be high. When herd immunity high, epidemic wave will be very, very low or uncommon at all. This is the point. This is the point, okay? So epidemic are uncommon because, because of all children and adults are already immune from the previous exposure or previous infection. Okay. Symptomatic disease are very rare. Why? Because symptomatic disease usually occur in old age, in adolescent or old age, and already they were immune. So symptomatic disease is or clinical cases are very rare, very rare. In are low. Outbreak also are rare. Outbreak occur when the herd immunity is low, but already all the children were immune from previous infection, so outbreak is low. Clinical feature is low of the disease, I mean, and in addition, the epidemic is low. This is in low, in a high endemic area or in developing country. Now coming about the intermediate endemicity. This is occur in a country when they transfer from developing into developed. This is occurred, for example, Malaysia moved from one of the developing into developed country. So when they moved from the developing to developed country, during this period, of course, the hygiene will be better, sanitation will be good. In another word, exposure to early children, there is no exposure. And those children, when grow, they have no immunity, So they will expose, they will have infection. So the infection will occur at late childhood or adolescent and adulthood. During adolescent and adult. So you can see the difference between the two. So move from high endemicity to intermediate. Just now I told the example, it's Malaysia. Hepatitis A become more serious problem. It become clinical. So the clinical cases will be high. Endemicity will be high. Okay? Opposite of the previous one. So, because children often escape infection, just now I mentioned, okay, during their early childhood and reach adulthood without immunity. So any case will be epidemic later on, but are exposed later in fact. So this area, most cases occur in late childhood and adulthood. Ironically, these improve economic and sanitary condition may lead to the high susceptibility of old age, and hepatitis A in old age occur as a clinical, as a symptomatic. So the symptomatic cases will be high. So the group high disease, it means symptomatic cases, high rate of a diseased person in adolescent, and also there is the possibility of outbreak and epidemic in this area. Why? Because most of them, they have no immunity from a previous exposure during early childhood. So, with the transition from the high to intermediate endemicity, incidence of clinical cases will be higher. We already mentioned this. انتوا هيك راح تفهموها أكثر مما تحفظوها صح؟ أريدها بيكم فهم, and it will increase. This is regarding the intermediate. What about the area of low endemicity in developed country? Sanitation is good since long time, and hygiene is good. So, when disease occur, it occurs among whom? Among high risk group. Only among high risk group. So in this case, it occurs among high risk group. Who are they? Okay, when they reach among adolescent or adult, among high risk group, homosexual, men to men homosexual, okay, or those who are traveling to the area of high endemicity. Those are, we call them high risk group in a low endemicity of hepatitis A. Now, let us see about the epidemiology. Remember, in epidemiology, we usually study the triad, agent, host, and environment. Okay, let us see. For the agent, of course, you know, it is hepatitis A viruses. Okay, it is shaded with the fecal material, fecal shedding. During, this is very important, it's high shedding during the late part of incubation period and early part of clinical symptoms. Okay, but most of them during late part of incubation period and early acute phase, usually 2 weeks or 1 week and 1 week after. These viruses is resistance to the low pH. We have to know the characteristic in order to control it or to disinfect it. It survives more than 10 weeks, okay, in the real water, real beer. Okay, and also it can stand heating to 60 degrees centigrade for more than 1 hour. So it's not enough to heat the water or to heat the food for 1 hour, but up to 60 degrees. what we have to do in order to kill the virus or inactivate the virus, we have to boil it. Boiling for 5 minutes, it will inactivate the virus. And in addition, of course, autoclave will inactivate it, and also ultraviolet, and it will be disinfected by formalin. Chlorination of water, then normally chlorination is not enough to kill the virus or to inactivate the virus. We have to increase chlorination, particularly during epidemic. We will mention this in coming slides. Now, coming to the reservoir of infection, man is the only reservoir of infection. You remember the man could be case and control, case and carrier. But here in hepatitis A, only the case. There is no carrier in hepatitis A at all. There is no carrier at all. So man as a case acts as a reservoir of infection, and the case could mostly as asymptomatic. That's why it is difficult to control it. Okay, asymptomatic, ranging from asymptomatic to severe infection. Asymptomatic or anecteric, you know what does mean anecteric? Okay, no jaundice, are especially common in children, just now we mentioned. Asymptomatic or anecteric, it is more common in children. So, these play an important role in maintenance of the transmission of disease because it's asymptomatic. So the maintenance of transmission of disease is continue forever. There is no evidence of cardiac, just now mentioned at all. Okay. Period of infectivity, 2 weeks before appearance of jaundice, and 1 week after appearance of jaundice. Incubation period. So this is the period of infectivity in which shedding of the organism with the stool. As long as with the appearance with the jaundice, the infectivity will start to fall or to decline step by step. A blood material, of course, mainly the fecal material. But they say blood could be infected material, and this could be only during very short period of viremia. Very short, very brief period of viremia, the blood will be infected to the other person, but it is very rare. Okay. Excretion of the virus, just now we said it's excreted with the stool material from infected person, okay? 2 weeks before onset of jaundice and 2 weeks after onset of jaundice. You have to know it. Okay. The virus may be also excreted in urine, maybe, but there is no evidence that transmission of a disease could occur from contaminated urine. No evidence of transmission. Maybe excreted with urine, but without any effect. No, either nasopharyngeal secretion, it will not infect patient. Now, coming to the host, the second triangle of fire, the host, of course, the most important things always we mention it. We mention the age as well as the sex of the patient. Hepatitis A is age-dependent disease, particularly for the clinical sign. What do we mean? With the increasing age, the clinical sign will appear more and more. Okay, so it affects age, or every person will are susceptible for the infection. All of us were susceptible. Infection with hepatitis is more frequent among children, just now we said, particularly in developing country than the other. In a young children, infection will be mild or subclinical or asymptomatic. With the adult, the symptom will appear. That's why we call it the clinical symptom of hepatitis A is age dependent. It is age dependent. With the increasing age, the clinical symptom will be more clear and clear. Okay, the clinical severity increase with the age. This is very important. Look, we said in children it is asymptomatic. So in children, the ratio of enteric to ecteric and ecteric to ecteric, no jaundice to jaundice. Okay, in children, the ratio is 1 to 3. It means 3 ecteric. Okay, 3 ecteric, 1 is anecteric. Okay, in adult it is 12 to 1. In adult it is 12 to 1. Okay, so the clinical ratio of anecteric to ecteric 1 to 3, while here it is on the opposite 12 to 1. Ecteric to anecteric. أنا حكيت لكم إياها بالعوج. In adult, it is 1 to 3. In children, 12 to 1. Yes. In children, anecteric is more than ecteric. كل case ecteric مقابلها 12 anecteric. While in adult, كل 3 ecteric مقابلها 1 anecteric. عكس عكاس. However, clear? However, fecal excretion of hepatitis A also it is more longer continue in a younger than adult. The both sex are liable for infection. What about the immunity? Immunity after attack will have long-lasting immunity. Long-lasting immunity. That's why it is endemic in developing country. It is after infection, there is a long-lasting immunity or last for life. For that reason, second attack is very, very rare. It is less than 5%. And I am sure that you are differentiated between second attack and secondary attack. There is quite difference. Okay. Who are at risk? Just now we said there is person at risk. Anybody who have not been vaccinated or who have not been infected during childhood will be at risk. This is one. And the other, in high endemicity, most of HA infection occur during early. So in high endemicity, most of them were immune. They are in the adult. They are not liable because they already have immunity from previous infection. While in the intermediate and intermediate and low endemicity, هاي سوري هاي كتبوها low آسفة. Low endemicity area, poor sanitation is the cause. And we said those who are living with the household with the infective person or those who have sexual partner with the someone who had hepatitis A. Okay. This is in intermediate and low endemicity area. Okay. The other part is environmental factor. It occurs all through all the year. There is no summer, winter, and so on and so on. Of course, it is aggravated by poor sanitation and overcrowding. The transmission of disease is aggravated by poor sanitation and overcrowding of the population. We have two types. We have foodborne disease and we have waterborne disease. Waterborne disease, mostly it occurs in developing country in a high endemicity. while foodborne disease, it occurs in low endemicity area. We will discuss this, okay? So it is waterborne. Of course, it affected by standard of hygiene and sanitation. With the improvement, the morbidity will increase. Morbidity, you know, it means cases. So you know now with the increasing. An incubation period of hepatitis A, 10 to 50 days, of course, and it may be 2 weeks to 1 month, okay? And the duration of an incubation period, definitely, you know, it is related to the volume of the dose, okay? Volume of the dose. Clinical spectrum, we said it is an ecteric, and hepatitis is more common. Ecteric, usually jaundice, when a jaundice appears, there is no preceded by fever, nausea, abdominal pain, and so on. And then an ecteric hepatitis is more common. An ecteric, it means no jaundice. 98% of hepatitis A cases will resolve completely. Just now we said it is benign, it resolved by itself without any treatment. Within a few weeks, it will resolve by itself. However, let us see the outcome of hepatitis according to the age of the patient. Now, we can differentiate it between the child and adult. An apparent, asymptomatic, or subclinical, of course, it is among children, it is 80 to 95% of the children will have an apparent or asymptomatic, while 10 to 25 in adults, it will be asymptomatic. So it means ecteric more in adult than that of children. This is one, or symptomatic or clinical. Now, ecteric 5 to 20 in children, while in adults 75 to 90. Most of the cases will occur among adults will occur as ecteric or with jaundice. Recovery in both adult as well as children, more than 98% of the cases will recover, completely recover, we said, without any treatment. Chronic and carrier, never. There is no carrier, neither with the adult nor with the children. Now coming to the mortality rate, just now we said it has very low mortality rate, 0.1 in children, but we said the severity increases the age, so the mortality will be 0.3 to 2.1. This increases, or as a result of failure, liver failure, and other complications. Now, what's the mode of transmission? Alas, you know it. It is fecal-oral. Hepatitis A is a fecal-oral disease. This fecal-oral occurs either as a direct or indirect, person to person, or indirect via water, or food, and so on. In developed country, just now we mentioned, waterborne is more. While in developed country, waterborne is known, very rare, but foodborne is more. How foodborne it occurs? By eating salad, or vegetable that's not washed properly, and also the other things is by eating uncooked or badly cooked shellfish, al-muhar, that had been cultivated in Mizra, the sewage polluted area. Okay, sewage polluted area. So when eating the shellfish, al-muhar, either it is uncooked, or badly, poorly cooked. In this case, they will have what we call break out, or epidemic, okay, or from the foodborne disease. This is in developed country, okay. epidemic outbreak we will have. Food handler, of course, they play an important role in transmission of the disease, definitely. Children play an important role in maintenance of the disease.
Because they are asymptomatic.
Because most of them are asymptomatic and they shading the virus, okay, and make transmission. Okay, it's important role in transmission because most of them are asymptomatic or unrecognized illness. This is very important. That's why it is endemic in developing countries. We said mode of transmission, it is fecal-oral. Another mode of transmission is parenteral, but it is very, very, very rare. Just now we mentioned just during the very brief, not only brief period of viremia. Very rare, okay? During the stage of viremia, very brief area. So, however, healthcare personnel are not exposed to such disease because it's sexually transmitted. Just now we said homosexual, particularly male to male homosexual person. Okay. Diagnosis, of course, I am sure that you know. Big micro. Okay. Diagnosis, it doesn't differ from other viral hepatitis. Clinical signs and symptoms the same. And even the laboratory, there is an increase in ALT as well as bilirubin. This is all. But the best diagnosis, of course, as you know, is by detection of antibody. Okay, we have by detection of antibody IgM and IgG. Let us see how. Particularly when IgM detected, it means there is acute infection. Okay, the peaking of IgM 2 weeks after elevation of liver enzyme. This IgM and IgG. So let us go one by one. IgM usually decline to non-detectable after 3 to 6 months. So it will decline later on. So detection of IgM, it means the patient is in acute infection. Okay. Now IgG appear soon after onset of disease. And of course, it persists forever. For a decade, IgG will appear and it persists forever. IgM is specific for antibody, okay, specific for antibody in the blood of acutely infected, or confirm the diagnosis we already mentioned. When it is positive, confirm the diagnosis of the cases as hepatitis A infection. Hepatitis A could be detected in stool, okay, in stool 2 weeks prior to the onset of jaundice and 2 weeks after appearance of jaundice. Okay. Also, you can see it. So, additional, of course, we can detect it, but the best things, of course, you know, by detecting the virus or RNA using PCR, RT-PCR for the detection of the virus to see whether he is infectious or not. Okay, this is a diagram for IgG, IgM, and the stool material. Now, coming to the, we already diagnosed the cases, we have to do prevention of the disease, which is the aim of our field. First of all, control of the reservoir. You remember, we start with the reservoir. We said man is the only reservoir, there is no carrier, it's only as a case. And it is very difficult to control the reservoir. Why? Why it is difficult? Because most of the cases are asymptomatic. Second, because shedding of the virus occurs during late incubation period. The high value of the virus shed during the late incubation period when there is no sign and symptom, and early clinical sign. This is 2. And also, why it is difficult? Okay, difficult because large number of subclinical cases. Okay, this is 2. Absence of treatment. We have no treatment. There is no specific treatment. We said it will resolve by itself. Okay. In addition, low socioeconomic status. So, if you remember from our previous lecture, we said one of the control measure or preventive measure regarding the reservoir is isolation. So isolation is useless. Useless because no sign and symptom. Most of them high proportion of asymptomatic cases. So how do I know that this case having hepatitis A? And also because of shading the virus during the late incubation period, late in stage of incubation period. For that, strict isolation. والله ما بعرف. Okay, ولا هذا يشتغل ولا هذا يشتغل. Okay, strict isolation of the cases is not useful. Okay, because of A and B, it means high proportion of asymptomatic and also because of shading of the virus. However, attention, what we can do, just we treat the patient, rest in bed and give him some nutrient substances and so on. And what we can do, disinfection. We have concurrent and terminal disinfection. Okay, so what we have to do is by using sodium hypochlorite 0.5 to disinfect the fecal material and urine maybe. But fecal material of the infected person is very important. It's highly recommended. Now, control of transmission, we said it is fecal-oral. Of course, fecal-oral, it's related to the hygiene of person and sanitation, definitely, whether the person or the community. So promote the hygiene of the person and also of the community. It's the best way. Now this will be done through education. So promoting the personal and community hygiene, hand washing before eating and after eating and after toilet, all this education. Sanitary disposal of the excreta, of the fecal material, just we said now, a few minutes ago, we have to disinfected excreta. Okay. Prevent contamination of food, milk and water, and in epidemic, chlorination of water. We said the current chlorination of water is not enough to kill the virus, so we have to increase the chlorination, the free residual chlorine in water, particularly during epidemic. We have to increase it. Okay, make it 1 milligram per liter. Okay. And boiling water also during epidemic, if there is any epidemic, first of all, we have to increase the chlorination of water and also ask the population to boil the water, you remember, for 5 minutes at least in order to inactivate the virus, okay, before they use it. This is very important recommendation. Now, control of susceptible person, of course, the other. We finish with the reservoir, mode of transmission. Coming to the susceptible, we apply all the measurements, you remember? Here, of course, tag in the low endemicity and intermediate endemicity area, particularly in low endemicity area, they are concerned more about the risk people, risk group people, and we already mentioned who are they. Of course, men who have sex with men, homosexual man to man, this is one. Those who are traveling to the area of high endemicity, and also those who have liver disease, because not make too low to the liver, we have to give him vaccine to prevent fulminated hepatitis A. So those we have to give him by vaccine. about the vaccine? We have two types of vaccine. We have inactivated, formaldehyde inactivated, and we have live attenuated. Both vaccine is highly effective, more than 94% or 95%. But formaldehyde inactivated vaccine produce, this is given most of the country all over the world using this inactivated vaccine. While live attenuated vaccine, it is manufactured in China and used in China and very small number of countries they use it. Let us see what's the difference between the two. Inactivated vaccine, it's given as a 2 doses in deltoid muscle, okay? Part from first to the second dose could be 6 to 12 months or sometimes 18 to 36. In Jordan, they give it 6 months between first and second dose of inactivated in Jordan. Okay, given into 2 doses in deltoid wasm. It can admit, we said, so the effectivity, okay, protective efficacy, it is more than 94% for both of them, actually. It gives long-last immunity, life attenuated as well as inactivated. Life attenuated, it is from China, it gives us 1 dose, one dose. It's given subcutaneously. This is the difference between them, but the efficacy, both of them having the good efficacy, more than 94%, and give long-last immunity. Immunization against vaccination against hepatitis A should be part of comprehensive plan of any country. This is what's done in Jordan also. Generally speaking, country with the, this is very important, country with the intermediate endemicity, they get benefit from vaccination, the best benefit they will get, the high benefit of vaccination with the intermediate endemicity. While those with the high endemicity, they get no benefit. Similarly, those with the low endemicity, they get no benefit. Why the high endemicity, they get no benefit from vaccine? Because all the children are already exposed, and all the population, most of the population, were immune. So there is no need to give vaccine. While in the intermediate, the children escape infection during early childhood, so they exposed to the infection during adolescent and adult. That's why vaccination, they get benefit, okay, from vaccination. Similarly, for the low endemicity, we say it's only for those who are at risk, homosexual, and those who are traveling to the high endemic area. Okay, that's why. So the most benefit country are those with the intermediate endemicity. Okay, so intermediate will benefit from the vaccine more than the other, while country with the high endemicity, the use of vaccine is limited because most of them are already immune. Yes, they're already immune from previous infection. Okay. Similarly, another things we have, what do we call it, passive immunity. We give passive immunity to whom? To those who are susceptible person traveling to the endemic, because tomorrow they go. So I have to give him passive immunity, immunoglobulin. Close personal contact, إذا عندي واحد بالبيت hepatitis A, I have to have my passive immune. For the control of outbreak in institute, any institute دار الأيتام إذا صار عندي outbreak مثلا الأطفال I have to give them, so we have to give them gamma globulin given to them. Before exposure, okay, before exposure it's good, but also we can give it during exposure, but it should be as early as possible after exposure, okay? But not always. When we give passive immunity or gamma globulin, it will not prevent infection. The infection will be as a subclinical, but the patient still shedding the virus, so he will be infected to the organs, okay? Shedding the virus, and his case will be subclinical or inapparent. So the efficacy of passive immunity depended on time of giving. Okay, of course, I give it as early as possible after exposure. Of course, the protection will be good, and also it depends on the dose of giving immunoglobulin. When I give 0.02, if I give 0.02, the protection will be last for 1 to 2 months only. But if I increase the dose, 0.06, the protection will be 3 to 5 months. So the protection depends on the time when I give it, after exposure as early as possible, and also on the dose of giving the immunoglobulin. Okay. So we have to give it after onset of symptomatic. If I give it after onset of symptomatic, there is no use. I have to give it as soon as possible. Once the symptom appear, no benefit of giving gamma globulin. Okay, this is in Jordan already. I mentioned it to you. We give it with the vaccine for the children, and it is a part of Jordanian national immunization. It gives to all the children, regardless the nationality, and they recommended to give it before age of 6 years. Before the age of 6 years. Okay, younger than 6 years old, because they are the most vulnerable. So the vaccine in children, the vaccine give protection of 94%, and in this case, Jordan moved to intermediate because the endemicity is less, because they use it. I think this is since 1980s. In 80s they start to give it. I think so. And this is the distribution of the hepatitis A all over the country according to the geographic area. And this finish. إن شاء الله next lecture يوم الأربعاء نكون من hepatitis B. أي سؤال رجاء؟ أي سؤال؟ إن شاء الله تكون طيب خلونا إذا ما في سؤال. أنا سديته لا. أوكي. خلي أسوي stop recording.